I love that my morality is being questioned by someone on TikTok whose account is called TikTok Tick and has 0 followers. But I'll take the bait just to prove you wrong. So I've been on the movie for a long time, since before it started shooting. I was on the ground in Montana for the entirety of the shoot and months afterwards to make sure it was all wrapped out. And I'm still working on this movie. I probably, by time, have put more hours into this movie than any other producer that's worked on it. It would be really difficult for you to find any document on this movie that didn't have my name on it in some way. We were on location in Montana in a house that did not have air conditioning until we bought window units. There were, many 14, 15-hour days where we were up and slept very little. And the sleep that we did get, I think I was sleeping in like an adult single with no air conditioning. The windows were open, and I was like brushing, bugs out of my face all night long. It was not like the most pleasant experience. But that's what shooting on location is like. It's part of the experience. You've got to accept it. It's part of the filmmaking process. I by no means did it alone. Nobody does an independent film. An independent film, it takes a multitude. That's why you're seeing the number of logos, the number of credits. I mean, some of those did more work than others, but really they're all needed to bring the movie to theaters. It's just the truth. And we had some fantastic partners on this. Capstone, absolutely incredible company. Christian Mercury, who leads Capstone, is a super smart guy, one of the smartest in the business. Really, really a great partner. His whole team is fantastic. Saban was incredible on this. I really appreciate all the hard work they did. And the director, I can't say enough about the amount of work that the director put into this movie. He showed up in Montana months before we started filming, months before he knew the movie was fully financed, right? So this was before we, committed to come into the movie. He was up there prepping the movie with his own money, making it happen, planning it, figuring it out. It's not easy to do a Western as an indie. It's really difficult. You're really under very real financial constraints. So you need the time. You need the time to prep a movie and make something good. And Brett, went up there and did that very early on. Montana is still a young state. It's a young program. They don't have the biggest crew base in the world. It's not as developed as New Orleans or Atlanta, who have just tons of production and they're 10 crews deep. Montana's not there yet. Their program is pretty new. So and we were, doing some things for the first time in Montana that had never been done before. But look, like, this is what independent film is. Nobody is, sitting off in an ivory castle, not working on the movie, least of which me. I think this archetype of a certain financier that, just wires money and then sits back and goes to bed early, but still wants to produce by credit so he gets an Oscar come award season. That's Harvey Weinstein. That's what Harvey Weinstein did. And I think we can all agree that he is not a great person. But look, man, I paid my dues. I came up on set. I started as a PA. I didn't know anybody when I started in the industry. I literally got my first jobs by cold calling production offices and hustling and showing up and working long, long hours to figure out how this is done. Another thing about raising money, full stop, it is the hardest thing to do in the film industry. Full stop. I'm a writer. I write screenplays. Raising millions of dollars is harder than writing a screenplay. I'm here to tell you, it is harder. And writing a screenplay is difficult, much less writing 3 or 4, which is about the number you need to write before you can get one into production. So until you have raised millions of dollars to invest in a piece of art and bring it to the masses so that they can enjoy it, I don't think you have the moral grounds to criticize those of us who've done it.